Thank you so much for joining me on Misunderstood here in Las Vegas.
Thank you.
An honor to meet you in person.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So, listen, since we last spoke, I can say we've made it. I mean, the two of us have just totally changed our scenario. I'm engaged.
Congrats, by the
Thank
way.
you. And you finally have a boyfriend.
I do. I do. I actually just announced it on social media a few days ago.
I saw. I was so excited for you. I commented.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just a whole new world for us now.
Truly. Life keeps on changing, right?
It does. All right, so let's talk about it a little bit. And actually, before we get into that, let's talk about how this even happened for you. This small town girl from South Dakota moving to North Dakota.
North Dakota, yeah.
Right, but
Yeah.
originally from South, right?
Born there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wow.
Great memory.
Yes, I did remember that because it was so different.
Yes, very different.
Beautiful girl who's made it as an influencer and an entrepreneur. Like, tell me a little bit about where you came from and why you chose that path.
Well, it goes back probably about 10 or so years. Even honestly, as a child, like I've always had a passion towards sharing fashion, sharing hair, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And where I live, it's a very small community, like 60,000 people. So I was going through a breakup and I was like, what can I do to utilize all this free time that I now have when I don't have my children?
Mm-hmm.
And so I found myself sharing on social media, and as I did that, my audience essentially started to grow. So I was like, okay, there's something here. Let's keep doing this. And now here I am with you in Vegas.
But you have a background in this a little bit. Like I remember in college, you were working with the hockey team or something, right?
Yeah. So I was doing this. It was a side hustle essentially when I first started.
And what were you studying in college?
In college, I went to school for marketing.
Marketing. Okay.
Yes. So graduated college and I was working in college sports, which is very different than social media, hair, fashion, that sort of thing.
Well, I feel like people would be like obsessed with that a little bit because I know so many women want to get into that for two reasons. Number one, because it's a great industry, but number two, because they think they're going to meet their husband in a professional sport. So tell people how you got into that because that's kind of cool.
Honestly, it just fell into my lap. So I was working in the athletic offices in college as an intern. And one of the people in the office came up to me and he's like, hey, would you have any interest in working? At that time, it was Dave Hackstall, under Dave Hackstall for the college hockey team. And like, it's a big deal in this little town. And I was like, sure. So I went on an interview like the next day or something. It was like shortly after that conversation, and I got hired on the spot, and I was there for about 5 years.
Doing what?
Working with the 3 coaches, so I would do travel for them. We'd have special events. I would coordinate those sort of things. I'd work with the players a little bit, nothing like super serious there, but it's just kind of weird because you're working in a very male-dominated career. Yeah. So I'm a girl's girl. So that's kind of what got me into this too. You know, it's like I could connect with females, and I've met women from all over the country now doing social media. So it started out kind of as an outlet, a side hustle, a hobby, whatever you want to call it. And now it's flourished into this.
Yeah. So it is interesting, and it shows people that you could be in the smallest of towns.
Yeah.
And if you could do something on social media that resonates with people, you can actually break out of that town and you can make some money doing it.
For sure. Well, and I think anything, as long as there's passion behind what you're doing, if you keep going and believe in yourself, and like for every person that says no, somebody's got to eventually say yes. So like just keep going, and eventually something will work for you.
Right. So keep putting one foot in front of the other and don't give up.
Exactly.
All right, I like that. So tell me about, it first started with fashion, right?
Yes.
And what kind of fashion were you talking about?
Daily outfits, just, like what I'm wearing, what I'm doing. I mean, I wasn't going to the events and stuff that I am now. So it was like more small town, like, mom's night out, like this is what I'm wearing tonight.
Right. And where were you shopping? Like what kind of, because I can't imagine they have like amazing stores there. Were you doing like Revolve? Were you doing online stuff?
I love Revolve.
I love it too.
It's such a great go-to, and their shipping is phenomenal.
So great. 2 days.
I know.
You can return anything.
I know.
I mean, I love it.
Me too. Yeah, I love Revolve. I love Nordstrom. I love Zara. I used to love thrifting. Even you can find some cool stuff.
Yeah. Even Amazon, by the way, has the
Yes.
best dupes of things now,
Yes.
which I would love to see you start doing on your platform because I'm always looking for. Now I love this thing, which I don't really know how to do, so I have to have my fiance do it. But I'll take a picture of something,
Yeah.
and he'll do the little Google thing.
Oh yeah, where you can find like
Yeah, who
similar
has
items.
it? Yeah,
Yes.
so the same
You
item.
can do that on Amazon too.
Yeah, and then it'll show you the Amazon dupe.
Yes.
It's amazing. So you can instead of spending $1,800 on a pair of shoes that my dogs are gonna eat the heel off of
Oh, the
soon
worst.
after,
Yes.
I can get a couple of those in all different colors on Amazon. So
I love
that.
Amazon. And Amazon's quick too. I
Yeah.
love the quick shipping. That gets me.
Yeah. So you moved from fashion to
Yes.
then doing hair
Hair.
because you have amazing hair.
Well, thank you. So do you.
Thank you. But did you have amazing hair, or you started like getting into products that made
No,
your hair amazing?
I feel like my hair's kind of always been like this.
Oh.
I mean, I've switched it up a little bit, short, long, different colors,
Right.
but
Were
I've
you ever
always,
a brunette?
I actually
Wow.
had dark hair at one point.
How did that look?
Not the best. Not my best look.
Okay.
I'm definitely a blonde.
Okay.
Definitely
So,
blonde.
and you mastered the art of the perfect wave.
Well, thank you.
So, but that is kind of how I think I found you. Like, we have a
Yeah.
mutual friend, but you know, I didn't realize we had a mutual friend. I found you because you were doing some tutorial as you were talking to your audience
Yeah.
by fixing your hair. And I
Yes.
was like, oh, I'm going to follow this girl.
The girl that does her hair on the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But it worked.
It did.
And so then you went from that. I think you coined it Wit by Wit, and you were talking about some relationship stuff. Like, fill me in
Yes.
on that.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to get away from the influencer side of things and just create something that's mine because
Yeah.
you just never know when that stuff is going to be taken away from you.
Sure.
So I started Wit by Wit the end of last year. And now we have created from that Caviar Club, which is a female empowerment group. So I found when I was going through a bad breakup, it can be very isolating.
Mm.
You can feel very alone, you know, like nobody, like your friends can be there for you, but they haven't really gone through what you've gone through, you
Sure.
know, going through like not everybody's been divorced, not everybody's been through like a terrible custody battle. So I kind of wanted to create this community where women can come together and support each other no matter what they're going through. So those sort of situations, and then like, hey, I'm gonna be in California this weekend. Anybody there that you know wants to meet for coffee,
Right. Oh,
or like,
genius.
where's the great restaurant? I'm in Vegas for the night. You know, just like those kind of things.
So are people giving each other advice, or you
Yes.
just have clients that are talking to you?
Yeah, so it's a community. Everyone can talk. It's like its own little social media network, which is amazing. You can talk to people individually. You can talk on the public forum.
Wow. So will somebody write like, "Hey, I'm thinking of getting divorced. Does anybody have some advice?"
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And
you
is
can
it
ask-
anonymous, or you know who the people are?
No, it's you know who they are.
Okay. So you have a built-in group of friends.
Yeah, basically a built-in group of friends is a great way to say it.